Welcome back, I am Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing Mono Blue Tempo in top 500 Mythic, something like that. I actually do have something interesting to say about this deck, which may be surprising because this deck has been around since the dawn of time, it feels like, but there actually is some statistically significant data out that has changed how I have made the deck. A couple months ago, whenever Moment of Truth came out, I tried it, and my gut reaction was this card is not as good as Impulse because just that extra dig has got to be worth way more than dumping that extra instant or sorcery into the graveyard. 1 point of damage off the Djinn, extra for the Djinn can't be worth that much, can't be worth a whole extra card of digging. But there is data on untapped.gg, and from Platinum to Mythic, the win rate of including Moment of Truth in the deck and having it in your opening hand is 54%, and the win rate corresponding to Impulse is 50%. And I don't always, I guess, use the data off untapped.gg. I can't speak today, because often there just aren't enough games to support making any kind of meaningful decisions off of that. But each of these cards has over 10,000 games with this data. I think it's 10,000, 11,000 for Moment of Truth, and like 17,000 for Impulse. So for me, that's statistically significant. That means that I actually believe in the results, and so I did run 4 copies of Moment of Truth over Impulse, even though my gut reaction is that Impulse must be better. And I still don't think it's because powering up the Djinn by 1 extra power is really making or breaking those 4% of games. I think it's got to be that dumping that extra instant or sorcery into the graveyard as opposed to back into the deck is making the Terra 1 mana cheaper, and at 4% of games where you just need to play the Terror on time to block mono red or mono right or whatever, that is what is making the difference. So it's cool. It's cool that data exists and I like using it. And so if you are running Impulse, I think you should instead run Moment of Truth because data says it is actually better. That's pretty much it for news stuff or important stuff to discuss. I'm running one of March of Swirling Mist because I think this card's fun, and one of Flow of Knowledge. This can absolutely take over the game against some opponents. It is devastating when the opponent pulls this off. You do get sad. And then Even Split, Essence Scatter, Negate. 4 Make Spears because it's very versatile. 4 Considers of Fading Hopes because those cards are just generically very good, and only 2 Spell Pierce. That's it. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, just watch the whole video to the end. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. It's not terrible. We can consider our way to good things. I think we'll start here, keep the basic in hand. Tap land. All right, what do we want? I mean, we're gonna need that land eventually, so I'm okay with this. More land, all right. Hold Negate and Essence Scatter, not bad. Okay, so they could just be Esper. Yeah, we're fine to keep considering here. Don't need any more land at this point. 4 is sufficient for a while. Another Thirst isn't bad. Sets us up for a nice turn if they do nothing here. It's a basic. Still Esper. Totally go for this. They want to make Dispirit, that's fine. They let it go. We start to get more ahead. We could run out the first Djinn here. If they counter it, we can Spell Pierce, then they can kill it on their turn, which isn't amazing. If we wait a little bit longer, we'd have both Negate and Spell Pierce. So we can sit back another turn. They Thirst of their own. How important is that? How many basics are they really going to have? They can't run that many basics in this deck. Maybe we hold our stuff to protect the Djinn. I don't know if it's going to get them that far ahead. Let's see if they actually have a basic to discard. It's pretty weird, right? You got 4 Fiend Towers. 4 of these, some other dual lands for white. Okay, they did not have a basic, yeah. So they paid 3 to draw 3 and discard 2. They netted even. We'll try this again. Okay. We got a lot of cards. We're up to the point where we could Spell Pierce and Negate. Still pretty expensive. I think I'd rather try the Terror this turn. It's a bit harder to interact with. Either Terror or nothing. We could just Moment of Truth. We got a lot of cards in hand though. Let's try the Terror. Can pay for Make to Spear. And if they have removal, it's pretty expensive for them to use. Alright, that sticks. Into here. Sack a creature. So we could hard counter this, with the assumption we have Moment of Truth to draw into more counters later. These are shields down for what are they going to do on turn 5? I mean, they're very controlling. I don't know if they even run AO. You know, we could hold open Essence Scatter for AO. I think we'd rather protect the Jhin. I think you just let this go. We can always Moment of Truth this turn. Tap land. That's nice. That's actually a little bit of a stumble here. Oh, they want to mill us? Is that what's going on? That's interesting. So we're looking for the Jace win con then. Target player mills 4 cards. I skipped turn 2. That actually helps our Jhin plan, though. Okay, that's interesting. And they finally pseudo tap out, so we get to resolve Jhin for sure. I guess we'll take Essence Scatter. They don't have any creatures, right? I think there's some weird... They have to... Yeah, we don't even need Essence Scatter. So we'll go this into the hand, and we'll put the instant into the graveyard. Just do it like that. Double Jhin. All right, here we go. Time to start making some moves. We have Negate and Spell Pierce. And an 8-power Jhin. And a backup Jhin ready to go. Okay, that's an easy Spell Pierce. And we still got the Negate. Alright, they do get to copy this thing. That's pretty annoying. They still have to pay to cast it. We'll attempt the Negate. They could still make Disappear us back. Nope, resolves. Okay, what else you got? Land for turn, 4 mana open. Thirst, I'm down to main phase that. Give me more counters. We don't get there, we do get a Moment of Truth. I'll try that as well. Man, Flow of Knowledge is so good, right? I think it's even better than the counter. How are we doing? If their goal is to mill us, we're at 29. I think we'll still take Flow. I think we just get so absurdly far ahead, it's still worth it. Graveyard, library. We can still go land for turn. I almost want to play the Terror, but it's basically useless. I think we just attack and then flow. They want to bounce you. We could just replay you. Or we could flow and really set up. I think they are going to try to Jace mill us, though. Maybe we just replay you instead. Could also play the Terror. That almost guarantees lethal next turn. I'm okay with that. So that's 7 mana. Ooh, Breach. And we have nothing to counter. And we're down to 17 cards, by the way. And there is the Jace in there, so we need to win very soon. Sheldred talking to a pretty funky deck. Hidutsugu. I mean, we can try to flow into a bounce spell for Hidutsugu. What are they going to get from us? Our own Jhin, I guess? Okay, still, Flow of Knowledge can definitely get us there. We haven't seen March of Swirling Mist, right? No March. Jace gets us low. Oh no. They can just -5 Jace right now. Mills for 15. Seems pretty good. That's not great. That means we have to top deck like another Fading Hope for the win. Let's see if they do it. They should, I think. Yeah, I think that's our best play. Just -5. I guess they could slow down the Jhin a little bit. They only -3. Interesting. All right, so we're looking to win right now. 13 cards in deck. We're going to flow, bounce, and win. I think that was maybe a mistake on their part. So we'll flow here first. How many islands do we have? Yeah, we're fine. All right. Draw a crap ton of cards. Fading Hope. Discard 2 cards. We don't need a land. And we don't need a Terror, for example. And then we just Fading Hope you. And swing for 21. Ah, it goes back to my hand. Hey, there's the March too. Okay, yeah, I think if they had milled us for 15, we'd be a bit sad. Funky deck. Good game, though. Interesting pile of cards here. On the play, we can keep this. Up against Sagaz. Ooh, it's the Mirror. Okay. We're good on land for now. Yeah, I don't think we need the 4th one. We'll bin that. Jhin is going to be nice. Great. Continue to play out islands. We could actually deploy Otawara as a channel ability. Consider for consider. We get to be on the play, though. And if they're just mono blue, they won't have an answer to the Jhin. Okay. Moment of truth here. If they counter it, we're golden. We should play the Djinn. They can still bounce it, but that'd be a huge tempo advantage for us. Yeah, we'll take the Fading Hope. Doesn't matter against them, though. It doesn't. Only to bounce their Djinn, basically. We'll take it still. But from a protection standpoint, they're only going to bounce our own Djinn anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll go you, land for turn. Hold Make Disappear and the Consider. Moment of Truth, let that go. It's fine. Yeah, we're mirroring each other. I just get to be on the play, though. Delver. Okay, they're the Delver version. Okay, I'll keep taking Considers. No more land still. Just looking for counters, basically. More land anyway, alright. More land anyway, alright. Definitely not slamming the Djinn or the Terror. I only got 8 win cons in the deck, so they need to stick. Well, now we'll see if they... Yeah, I think we do counter that one. We can always bounce that stuff. I mean, that just gets them ahead, which is very sad to see. And they don't know if we have another counter, so they might not deploy a Djinn anyway. With 2 mana open, they could still think we have the next Make Disappear or Essence Scatter lined up. So we might be able to scare them off. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do nothing. Okay, we survive a turn. So we can deploy the Djinn now and still pay for Make Disappear. They would need 2 counters in a row, which is totally possible. We also go for the Terror, which is less important. So let's do that. I'm not devastated if they do counter this with 2 counters. Or 1 Essence Scatter. C double. How many cards do we have in the graveyard? 7. Alright, that's clutch. Copy target spell. Okay, so they get the Terror too. That's okay. We can Fading Hope the copy. Although not this turn because we have to pay the ward cost. Can we counter? Oh man, does it cast it? No, it doesn't say anything about casting it. Okay, I'm not going to Essence Scatter. I'm pretty sure it's going to counter my own creature. Not 100% sure. This thing still has ward 2, so let everything resolve. Okay. Interesting. Opponent is running Delver and C double, but they're looking like they're getting ahead here. We're not going to block, because in theory we can Fading Hope this thing and get rid of it. So no blocks, E5. My move. March. I think we're just Fading Hope on this guy. Pay the 2, still have 2 for Make Disappear. And that's all for this entire turn cycle. I'm sure. Pay the ward 2. They negate it. Okay. Fine. Too bad. The scry actually itself would have been pretty nice. Question is, do we attack or not? I can still bounce the thing on our turn. I think we will attack here. We are behind in the race. And we could always march. Pretty cheap. It's their own Terror. It's getting expensive. This is definitely a counter target. We'll go for it. They counter the counter. We got nothing. Cannot pay the 2. They got 2 Terrors. We have a really expensive March to target both. Yeah, I'll eat it. Lethal, getting close. It's a land. I think it's land for turn. If we play you, we could phase out one of these things. Or just trade the Terror. That's all we got here. I'm pretty much out of gas. Did not draw into enough card draw. We're holding you back. I think we could get him here. They bounce the Djinn easily. No, I guess no attacks, because then we're forced into marching. Whereas now we can just trade a Terror. And try to dig for one more turn to get a draw spell. Their own Djinn, alright. Lethal presented. I think we chump with the Terror. And hope for some miraculous turn this coming turn. At some point, if we have a lot of mana open, we could phase their entire board and hope they don't have the counter for it. Down to 5. My move. It's a land. So obviously phasing out right now does not do it. So you have to phase out on their turn. Could do it on upkeep. The only reason not to is if they get another Djinn, but I don't really think we can win from here. I mean, this thing has to resolve or we lose, so we'll put an upkeep stop. They get to Thirst. Still, till the start of their controller's next turn, so that's pretty huge for them. Definitely hit more land and fewer card draw spells than they did, but it's okay. Well, it's the upkeep stop. X equals 2 here. 2 creatures phase out, I'm sure. And we'll auto pay. We pay the ward 2, and we see if they have the counter, which is totally reasonable at this point in the game. Auto pay. 4 mana left. We get through 2 Make the Spears, 0 negates. Resolves, okay. They go to draw, potentially the key counterspell that would have stopped us. They say nice, but we got 0 cards in hand. They play the other Djinn. That's the cost of playing it on upkeep, and they have 2 more. So we need a flow of knowledge right now into just some absurd thing that doesn't exist. So we can attack here for 7, and it's not enough. So that's game. There's no way around it. So, all right, you got it. Land is not it either. A lot of land this game. And they flip and swing for a billion, so that's all there is to see. Good game. Well, this is a pretty bad hand against anyone playing any creatures at all, so I think you actually mulligan this one. Marginally better, perhaps. Go back to March. It's kind of a late game top deck thing. All right, here we go. Darth Tater. All right. That's Cure, right? Cure, Surfer Cure or something. Green. No creatures. Nothing going on. We gotta hit that 3rd land of Thirst. Selesnya. It's an enchantment. I think we will bounce just so we can get the Thirst. Try to scry into land. There it is. We'll keep it. Land for turn. We'll Thirst on their turn. Very unlikely we negate or Spell Pierce something. Unless they go like Wedding Announcement. Maybe we will. Nope. It's another Weaver. Okay. Well, we got a lot of land. Cool. Mage of Spirit, not bad. Alright, we can counter that. We will. Unless they pay 2. Yep. First damage of the game. We're not getting ahead yet. I think we consider now. At least makes the terror cheaper. We can still play it. Nope, don't need you. Land Central. I guess it's just the terror this turn. Technically hold open Spell Pierce against like a Wedding Announcement or the 4 mana Hallowed Haunting enchantment. This guy's got Ward 2, so even if they have an expensive enchantment-based removal spell, they probably can't pay the Ward 2 this turn. Visitor. Bottlenecked on green a little bit. It's an enchantment. Yeah, we'll go ahead and nab that. Potentially make something big enough to bash through the terror. Right now they're brick walled. We're down to 2 cards. We need a flow of knowledge, draw type effect. Might hold on to the island for the next thing. Yeah, let's just sit here a second. Don't think we're attacking. I think they can put on some serious pressure on the way back. Yeah, let's just end. We're looking for a card draw spell that just gets us way ahead. It's not going to be flow of knowledge, so we put that on the bottom. So it's got to be whatever the 3 mana one is. Okay, yeah, another counter. Go ahead and nab you too. I got a 4/4 now with 1 white open. That's quite good, actually. I think that lets us attack here. My audio cut out. Oh, weird happened. Let's get in there. Jump. Double block. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Who do we want to kill? I think we kill the Weaver, because copying could be annoying late game. So we'll just bounce the small guy. Nope, not you. That was pretty big for us, I think. Weaver goes down, so you don't have to worry about copying later in the game. We'll still hold on to the island. Ah, did you get back the Kami here? That's okay. They're still bottlenecked on green up to this point. Visitor, that's the only green for the turn. It's been a huge saving grace for us this game. Michiko, alright. Do we negate this thing? It's not a huge deal. How bad is it next turn? I mean, it pumps out a creature eventually, so I guess it's fine. They still get their counter here. We'll take the Consider now. Yeah, I mean, that'll counter the Kami at least. It's okay. I prefer something else, but without creatures, we can definitely flip the corner on the race a little bit. They eat it. All right, we have turned the corner a little bit here. Let's see if they finally hit more land. They are having an absurd land draw this game. To be fair, they probably run like 20 land. Audacity. All right, that's good for them. Bounce spell would be nice here. It's a creature. We'll counter it, just they don't get the card draw. Unfortunately. All right. Race has been flipped back towards us. Eat 6 down to 12. Too bad. That's fantastic. Okay, swing for 5. They should not have space for protection here, so we'll just end and bounce on their turn. I'm not worried about it. Let them put more counters onto this first. Weaver. That's okay. If they had an enchantment for 1 white, we might bounce beforehand, so they don't get the trigger. But I don't think they do. Send you back. That's a Djinn. It's a big boy. They could still have removal for it. We don't know what these other cards are. This thing could die immediately. Or get locks down. They take the chump. Fine by me. We'll attempt to play this, but I'm not super convinced it'll survive. We'll definitely go for it, though. They have to spend the entire time removing it. We get to swing for 5 more. Yep, there's the Ossify. Not too surprising, but that's all for their turn. They can play out the Visitor. Move Spirits. They need to hit that land. They really want a green land here. Let's see if they get it. Nope, they get a Calyx. That's it. They're going to drop to 5. Ooh, they have the land. They got it this turn. All right, they got a chump blocker. Game's not over. You do not help. We can probably play one of you out. Not that it matters that much. When it eats, it drops to 5. Did we put away March of Swirling Mist this game? We did. Ah, it was not Flow of Knowledge. Okay, so we can still draw into Flow of Knowledge. March would seal away the game. Okay, 3/3. Now, if they copy the Ossify for free, that's a lot of damage right there. If they copy the Ossify for free off a Calyx successfully attacking, it's pretty bad. That's 8. That's a lot of damage. All right, give me a bounce spell. Give me something. Oh, God. So now we can't attack. Oh, that's so sad. And they probably just win next turn. They put the counters here. They probably get it up to 5. That's very sad. This has not been a great draw for us. Yeah. I guess they have to block, but we lose on the way back, so we cannot attack here. What a shame. What a shame. That was not a spectacular draw. Plenty of card draw in the deck. We only hit 1 Thirst early, and we needed more Thirst to get anywhere. Did they put it there? They have Trample. That's sad. That is sad. So Trample there for 5, and then, whatever. Very sad. They play Mirrex too. I wouldn't play Mirrex. Mana base is so sensitive already. Heat 5. Alright. Well, that's too bad. I thought we were going to get out of that one. Just needed any card draw to start getting ahead, but not this time. On the playlist looks just fine to me. Get start here. Mountain, Epicure. Don't really want to bounce that guy. Hand's okay. We'll keep the basic in hand for Thirst. Plan to make Spear someone this turn. Alright, give me something good to counter. Swing first, understandable. Okay, show me something good. I mean, is that worth countering? They already hit their land. It's fine, we do want to get these out of the way at some point. Maybe they desperately need land. It's a very slow turn for them, I'll take it. Play out the basic, could Thirst if we need to. Alright, how important is it to counter this thing? It's pretty important to counter. We don't have a great way to deal with it. So no drawing this turn. Continue to eat 1. Not a great Fading Hope target still. Okay, looks like we'll Thirst this turn. Set up for a Terror next turn, which is very solid against mono red for sure. Squeeze annoying. We could bounce it before combat. Let's start with a Thirst first. Okay, one basic down. Flow of Knowledge in hand. We'll go ahead and bounce you as well. Take our Scry. Jin's very good. Yeah, we'll take all this stuff. Yeah, that's looking good right there. Terror down to 3 mana. Alright, 16 is a great place to be at this point in the game. Happy to play land for turn. Don't need to flow yet. Can only either Jin or Terror. Jin's okay. Discounting stuff is good. We have the Spell Pierce. Land for turn. They run out Squee. We can block it and Spell Pierce the Play with Fire. Here they come. We'll go ahead and block. Yep, they go for it, but we have the Spell Pierce. Cannot pay 2, so it's countered. Thirst is okay. Good Thirst and Terror. I guess if we Flow of Knowledge first, we can still Terror, right? It's very good. Let's do it. Nice. One island's good. Negate's gonna be good. Moment of Truth is okay. I think we bin these guys. Keep the extra land. It's okay with me. Land for turn. Play the Terror, hold open Negate. Swing for 7. Turn on the corner fast here. Still got 14 life to play with. Squee from the hand returns. They send it all. We'll continue to block. Okay, take 3 more damage. With fire to the face. We could negate it, but I think we hold on to that. To protect the Jin. Also, we're looking at basically lethal here, right? 12. We shouldn't play any instant. Unless they go land 1-drop. Nope. I mean, I think we got him then. Decline, you know, bin whatever. And that is overkill. Swing for 15. Cool. It's nice to be mono red sometimes. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.